Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one, welcome all to This Week in Toy Culture. My name is Arash Zandieh. With me always is Mr. Michael Bergy. Don't worry, guys.
What's up, everyone?
If you're getting confused again, I'm no longer in Massachusetts if you couldn't figure that out in the first place. That was a
He's back
fiasco.
in his roots back in New York now.
I'm back in my domicile where everything makes sense. So there's logical reasoning. I'm not going to get into that one either. How are you, Michael? A long time no see.
I know, right? Long time no see. It's been
Right.
about less than 20 hours or so.
Yeah, right. Since I last saw you, since we last spoke, we
Yeah.
last had lunch, which was a good lunch.
Yeah.
Where we
Red
go?
Robin?
Red Robin. Yeah, went to Red Robin.
Yum.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I forgot what I got. I got some Southern burger, which wasn't bad. I like the sweet potato
Southern
fries.
Charm or something. I think it was
Charm.
called Southern Charm burger.
And you got, I forget.
It was a mushroom burger.
Mushroom burger.
Yes.
Of course you love your shrooms.
I do. I love mushrooms, man.
Anyway.
Delicious.
Delicious.
I don't think we have a main staple burger for like New England area, like Rhode Island, that would be, something like that.
Well, you have. I feel like we have to go to clam chowder stuff anyway.
Oh yeah.
Last time, we did start off with the little sports and everything. Granted, we always talk about the McFarlane line, and the McFarlane line did manage to make us some amazing toys, and we did enjoy the playoffs and the Celtics winning some games. I can't remember if they did win the series or are they two.
They swept Philadelphia. Philly's out. They're
there
gone.
You go.
Bruins won their series as well, and they're up 1-0 on Tampa Bay. Tonight is game 2, and tomorrow is game 3. I wish I could say anything decent about the Red Sox, but it's a rebuilding year.
It's a strange year, especially with teams being sick for 2 weeks straight and then not being able to play. And then we did predict that Lakers were going to lose a few games in the playoffs.
They lost game 1.
They lost game one.
And then they decided to just pummel the daylights out of the Blazers. I feel bad for them. And they just Illard Dame's out for game 5. He hurt his knee. I'm sorry. That series going 4. I said 6. I thought Lakers in 6, but
it could have been nice.
5.
Right.
Looks like they'll be in 5. But hey, it happens.
It is what it is. I mean, we tried with the sports and everything, but you and I also did go to a toy vault in Warwick. We were nice enough to do like some toy hunting as well there too. I didn't get anything, of course, but you did grab a little something. It was one of the Stanley statuettes that you found at the toy vault, and you decided to grab it.
Yeah, it was. I think it's a Big Bad Toy Store or something. I think exclusive. It was like $39.99, I think, on their website. Plus with shipping and everything like that. So I think I picked it up for $34.99 plus tax. So not too shabby. I saved probably like $10 on shipping and stuff like that just by not pre-ordering it. I got lucky. Right. It was like the only one in the store. And the gentleman that works there, Tom Crosby, told me, he was like, I was surprised it was still sitting there. So was I. So now sitting on my shelf over there with some of my other statues and hanging out. It's the Stan in his director's chairs watching over me,
The good old Stan Lee is he's just 1 foot away, 1 step away, we'll say.
Excelsior.
Excelsior.
And you did end up picking something. I think you went over to Target, right? What did you end up getting?
I ended up going to Target, and I ended up getting the I guess the newly released Jason David Frank, the Red Ranger from Power Rangers Zeo, which is kind of odd that it was already in stores. And granted, it's still available as a pre-order everywhere else. So that's kind of weird with a lot of stuff being pre-orders, available, not available. I mean, we're in a funk, we'll say, when it comes to toys.
Yeah.
And then recently I just saw someone on the BYOG page post that the Virginia Walmart has the KC Jones and Raphael figures, and they have a full inventory there.
Yeah.
So,
oh my God.
So that means some stores are getting their full stock finally, while others aren't. And also this week as well too, or I would say over the weekend, everyone who didn't get it or wasn't able to get the first time is able to get it now. the Super Shredder is currently restocked on the Netka online page. I
Yes.
don't know if it's sold out yet again, but they didn't tell everyone. If you got lucky to go check the store online, they had it up immediately. So if you were some of the lucky few, I guess the hunt was within you. You were, you had the luck.
Yeah. You sent me a message. You like stop whatever you're doing.
Stop
Get
what you're
on.
doing.
I
Yeah.
was literally sitting in the parking lot of Ichigo Ichi on Friday. I was about to go and get some sushi with some friends. Had to whip the phone out really fast. Ordered it. The only downfall to me is $30 for the statue for the Super Shredder, which was a great price.
Yeah.
$15 to ship it. $15 for shipping.
I mean,
Ugh.
mine
That box
cost
better come in.
13.
That box better come in and be like perfect.
Pristine.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
what NECA does a good job because you remember when I got no wrong company, that was Super 7, but maybe NECA will do a good job like some of the other stores and do great packaging, just like
Yeah.
GameStop does. GameStop does great packaging, and what do they do? Bubble wrap it and
Yep.
paper wrap it one too many times before they ship it to you.
Yeah, I
So
mean that's it to you guys at home, but to the stores, man, I
mhm,
feel like they just dump the tractor trailer up to the back of the box, dump it in, throw some tape, and toss it into my building. Because half the time the
please,
stuff comes in all dinged up and dented and doesn't look perfect, which kind of sucks a little, you know. But yeah,
that's
no, I mean
true.
I hope it comes out good. It just sucks that $15 for shipping was a little bit much for a figure that's a $30
I
figure.
I paid less, so maybe I got lucky with the $13, but maybe it's because of where I live. You
Yeah, it's true.
know,
You might be on a main shipping hub where I might not be. That's why.
yeah, because someone complained that one of the shipping costs was like $23 or $25,
Yeah.
and it all depends where you live. So it is what it is.
True.
You want to get to some toys?
I'm definitely down for some toys.
Yes. Who doesn't love toys?
We all love
I know
toys.
we all love toys. Thank you all for watching. We are we are the fun group, pretty much. Uh, yeah, of course, Jay was first to tell you how bad your feet is. Gotta
I
love
don't know.
Iris.
Yeah, gotta love it.
Gotta love him. So, um, the first tour we're gonna get started and everything was a San Diego Comic Con exclusive, and this was released in 2019. If you're a huge Ghostbusters fan slash, where I'm going with this slash Transformers, Hasbro Pulse just re-released the 2019 San Diego Comic Con exclusive of the Ecto One Transformers, of the Transformers action figure, and you you got to jump on it. I mean, if you missed out the first time and you want to pay the $60 to $80 or some places 120 price tag, here's your chance to spend the $40 and get it
Mhm.
on Hasbro Plus. I mean, it is very cool. I mean, you got slime. Like, who doesn't want Slimer attached to it?
It's like the see-through Slimer too, which is really cool. That'd be a
Which
pretty
is
cool if you have a like a display and you put it up and you have like LED lighting behind it, kind of get that nice little
ooh,
glow to it and something like that. Put a nice little white light behind him, he'll glow nicely for you. So there's gonna be something kind of cool that you can definitely mix and match with this. And if you have the other figures, where you have those ones that picked up from Walmart, I believe, with Venkman,
oh, the
Spangler, and all
Hasbro
them. Yeah,
collection,
the
yes.
Hasbro collection. Kind of put it like that, and you can even transform him or something if you don't want to transform him. Put him like that, just like that with this car. This is a pretty damn cool car to use as a display with the other figures.
That's true. Plus, also when he's fighting Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, if you have the San Diego Comic Con Stay Puft, which is this big,
Yep.
you can actually have him fighting Stay Puft.
Yeah. That'd be a pretty neat little
Showcase.
display setup for somebody to do.
Yeah, right. Yeah, WTF to the fact that this is here now. Yep.
Yep.
Don't miss out on it. This is currently Hasbro Pulse. If you haven't purchased it once before, you don't want to pay the outrageous price tag that's currently on eBay right now, jump on Hasbro Plus. This is only $40. Don't hesitate. This is a re-release. All right. Yeah, Jabo says he's
$40. This is actually a steal, really.
yeah.
You know, I've got two of them myself. One is transformed, the other one is in the box. But I definitely spent a lot more than $40 from the Hasbro website.
Of course you would. Of course you'd have this in the box and out of the box. Who are you going to call? Depends, Iris. Who are you going to call? We are going to call it Ghostbusters. This is a must-have if you're a toy collector. Go on to Hasbro Pulse, pick it up. As you can see right there, it says the 2019 exclusive logo. It's supposed to say convention logo and everything, but I was at San Diego Comic-Con. That is the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive.
Yep. I hope they do. This will lead into other ones that they could do for other shows. Give me the A-Team van. Give me, Back to the Future.
Ooh. Didn't they have a release for the A-Team van? Wasn't there an A-Team van like 3 years ago?
That was a Transformer? I don't remember if there was or not.
No, Jabo, this isn't a different color. This is a re-release. This is extra stuff.
I think this is just a different photo that they posted or so like that, but it looks almost identical to the one. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I would love to see them do something like, give me the A-Team van, give me the Mystery Machine for Scooby-Doo. Knight Rider would be another cool one, something like that. Do some of those. Do some.
I wouldn't know just yet because Hasbro. This is Hasbro, so Hasbro has Marvel. Say they want to do anything Warner Brothers, which is also DC.
If they get the contract.
That's true. It could be like Lego, where Lego was all Warner Brothers, where all of a sudden they started doing all the Marvel stuff.
Yeah. This is what matters, man. This is what matters. The almighty dollar. Someone will pay for it.
Now into some more Transformers, pretty much. You can tell me all about this little figure right here.
This is actually really cool. This is the Sandstorm figure. This is the one. What is this one? I can't remember the model for the plane.
This is the. Oh my God!
I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah,
you said it earlier. It's not the F.
No, this is F-14. This is the F-14.
Yeah, it's the F-14. I just love the look of this thing. This thing is definitely cool. Look at that with the, what was it? Operation Sandstorm was one of the wars back in the 90s or something like that they did. But I do like the way the front nose cone looks with the eyes and the mouth and the growl and stuff like that. Yeah. It's definitely a cool piece for it. It does, in my opinion, looks a little plasticky. Doesn't look like an original, like the ones that were made way back in the day, because those look metal. But this definitely is a cool piece to add to anybody's collection.
Is that especially someone who grew up with a sort of Gulf War background, everything. This is in a way kind of historic because they do have the fatigue lining that you would see. The only thing missing is the sticker of the Tomcat sticker somewhere on the side here. But this is legitly the F-14 that people have seen back in the latest of 1991 to 1992.
Yeah.
So
now, this is definitely a cool figure. I do like it. It's definitely a really neat, piece, especially if you want to collect your, figures, just like Jaybo's saying. It is something that is, sought after for the collectors. It goes with the Seekers, so you have Starscream in there and, all of them to go with. This is definitely a cool piece. I like it.
But wait, there's more. No.
It almost kind of reminds me of something that would have been with the aerial bots in a way.
Is it me at the top reminds you of what was the other Transformer show similar to this?
You're thinking GoBots. GoBots.
So this front right here, it reminds me of GoBots and some of the other ones. Yeah.
Yeah, Leader One. Leader One was the figure that was the plane, and then Psykill was the motorcycle thing that was the bad guy. Leader One was the good guy.
No. So
GoBots were the best. Loved GoBots. I can't get behind this paint scheme.
You can't get behind the Megatron paint scheme? Come on.
It's like Devastator had a illegitimate affair with Soundwave or Shockwave or something. This is the
oh my God.
Child born of it. I just can't get behind it. I don't know. The color scheme messes with me. I think I'm just so used to him being dark gray or silver or, silver and black, dark gray and black, that type of stuff. I mean, cool piece, but
I like the color. I like the green and purple.
I just can't. I can't.
I'd like Jabo quickly. It's so ugly.
It is.
It's so ugly. It's not ugly.
How many more times do you have to do Megatron as a tank with different paint schemes on it to sell? They weren't selling for the first 40 of them that you did. Like,
Yeah,
stop.
but with the way this is made, you can't have the handgun anymore.
No, I know. That's
So he has to be a tank
yeah,
because that'll make sense. But meanwhile, as a tank, it still doesn't make sense because this should be his arm, but his hand cannon is back here.
right. Yeah,
So it makes sense. It doesn't make sense. Yes, this will forever be ugly. Megatron will forever be ugly to us because of what they've done throughout the years.
yeah.
Um,
We grew up with them.
we grew up with a handgun where he transformed to the handgun and Starscream or someone else would fire him.
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
It always went to Starscream too. Starscream or it was Soundwave. One of the two did it.
Well,
You know,
I like Iris saying no one likes
nobody like Megatron.
no one like Megatron. This is true though. No one like Megatron.
And you think about it, if you're a kid and you grew up, the main villains you remember, Cobra
Yeah.
Commander, you remember him, Mumra, Darth Vader. Those are the forever. Those would be the greatest villains ever.
So here's one of your favorite Jetstream.
Jetfire.
Jetfire. Sorry,
Absolutely beautiful. I love this look of this figure. It looks a lot different than the one I had as a kid that was from G1 for the Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely amazing. This thing looks so cool. I love the design and the look of it, the intricate details that they put in with the arms, the legs, the torso. Everything that's on this thing is really nice. And I love the pack on the back of it that is like his where he used to store the other people that would jump into him. This is definitely a really cool piece. It's a lot more streamlined than the original. The original kind of had more of a jet plane look to it almost in a way.
Right.
But this here, I do like this. This has a little bit more of a Robotech, I want to say.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe look to it. Especially when he's transformed. And this is the battle armor. This is absolutely insane with the battle armor. It is so good. This is phenomenal.
Very Gundam. To me, it looks very Gundam.
Yes.
So,
he does have that. He does have that Gundam look to him.
For all you cool cats and kittens out there, for this one, what do I got next? I keep forgetting what I keep adding on to this. Oh, here, the Omega Supreme,
the bad daddy of them all. This figure is insane. And the size of him is just nuts.
Notice how I only let him talk about Transformers only because he is a Transformer guru.
Oh,
so
I'm a nut.
I've forgotten most of the stuff about Transformers, so I let Michael deal with it. Because if you saw the photo that I took while at the Toy Vault, Michael was at where he beelined it. We walked through the whole entire place. He grabbed a G.I. Joe comic book. And just because he tried to find one or two of his favorites of what he's missed, and then he beelined it straight to the toys to see what he was missing.
Oh yeah.
And when we went to the back of the store, that's a whole nother ball game.
Oh yeah, that's a whole other ball game there. But no, Omega Supreme. This one here is it's a Titan. It's from the War of Cybertron, that series one. But even the original one was like big. This thing dwarfs like the other one, the original from G1. This thing is like 3 times that size. This is one of the little, I can't remember this guy's name from it, but he was like the little wheel car that would just go around to the track and stuff like that. This is definitely, fantastic.
Yeah, as Jay will say, put the Transformer down.
I promise nothing.
And this is the full set that it comes in.
Look at this thing. This thing is nuts. This thing is bonkers. And the great thing is like the funny part I always remember in the cartoon series, whenever it was a Mega Supreme, they would load into him and then they would shoot the rocket off.
Okay.
Like the other part would stay on wherever they were, and then when the rocket would land, there would be another like something like this that would land with them. So it was always the weirdest thing. I'm like, that was like on Earth. They just landed on Cybertron. And there was like another base like that, but he couldn't transform into Omega Supreme.
Right.
But they always had another base, so wherever it was, even if it was on a moon, it was automatically there. It was just absolutely incredible. This is a beautiful piece. I absolutely love this thing. The silo with everything, the tank there, the rocket ship. This is fantastic.
Now the next piece we're doing, yet again, another Transformers piece as well too. But this one I got a little confused with. I believe these are the God modes or the God of Neptune pieces. These are the exclusives. All 5 figures put into one, make an Ultra Bot.
Yeah.
I
I
like
mean,
to
I
say.
don't remember these characters per se. I think this was like one of the Japanese versions. I don't
Hmm.
think I ever remember seeing this in the cartoon series or anything along those lines. But it does definitely has that Neptune feel, like, the ocean feel to it. The
Right.
one that looked like a land shark, one that looks like some type of deity and under
The land.
the ocean, like a ray. It's these aren't the greatest in a way. Truthfully, I don't mind the action figure styles of them. Like, that kind of looks a little like that should have been off the dollar bin at
This
Dollar
is
Tree. This
right.
one, the other ones don't look too bad when they transform
These are
into
like the
robots.
mini $5 packs that you get in the store. They're like
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah,
big,
yeah.
you
Like
know.
$5, the Five Below store. Like, this would be the $5 pack one. This one, a couple of the other ones don't look too bad when they transform into robots. This one just looks very cheap and chintzy. I'm just not
It's very
feeling it.
plain. Look at the way the gun is made. It's
Yeah,
very cheap and cheaply made.
yeah.
Um, very solid. It's very solid and simple.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's very these were the kids that, like, mom and dad didn't want to spend the $20-$30 for the action figures, so they're like, "Oh, here's the knockoff brand for $5 a pop. Go grab those five." And they turn into one giant robot. Perfect.
One giant.
Like, I don't mind that transformer the way it looked like a robot. This didn't look that bad. This is I
This
mean, it
looks like a
looks like a
stingray.
stingray slash eagle,
Right.
you know? Like, not the greatest mashup in the world, truthfully.
But
Transforms okay. He doesn't look too bad. I've
no.
definitely seen better. It
But
looks like it's a simple transformation, but
but when
this
you
actually
see
looks pretty
this,
cool.
but this reminds me right here. You know the Lego Connect
Yeah,
or the Ninjetti or whatever it is, where they make like the big robot figures.
yeah,
This is what this looks like.
yeah,
I just went to Legos instead of just buying the new Connect stuff. I'm getting this.
yeah. Right.
Carlos was
This
quick to tell
definitely
us he
this.
ordered Super Shredder. He was the
Oh,
one.
nice.
Carlos was the one who told me. I was mid vacation, mid Massachusetts, and Carlos was the one that told me drop everything, go now. After
Well,
I purchased mine is what I told you. So
Carlos, thank you very much. I do
Carlos is the
appreciate
man.
this.
And then
Yeah, we
after I
did, we
told
did, we
Carlos,
did talk about this, Jabo. I know.
yeah,
This one doesn't look that bad. Like, transformed as a giant, like, transformer, like a combiner. It doesn't look that bad. It kind of like it's like the little
the
brother to
hand looks
Predaking.
terrible. Look, the hand looks terrible.
Yeah,
This is like weird feet.
it's got
This
so
is
many accessories to make it look like a decent robot. It's like the weird
ginormous tongue.
one-off, Predaking in a way.
Don't worry, you're still buying it anyway. Whoever is like complaining about it, that they're saying they're not going to get this figure,
Somebody that is a completionist that needs to have every single one
right?
will get this.
We'll get it.
If not, you're not getting this. I think you guys are thinking about Bionicle. Is it the Bionicle ones?
I think so. Yeah.
Because I think Bionicle also has this kind of similar look to it, with the style of those. So some of those weren't that bad for it to transform and everything.
Or like the current Lego sets where you get where they turn into like either Luke Skywalker or Boba Fett, where you get to build them. This is what the set looks like.
Yes.
So it's a build a figure set. You can and you get them in one piece, one full shot.
Yeah.
Not for me. Maybe for Jabo. I feel like Jabo's going to get it. As much as he complains about it, Jabo's definitely buying it later.
Unless it's clearanced out somewhere, I don't think Jabo's getting this.
If he's getting
I really
it
don't.
clearance. But I do know Bergy will probably end up getting it sometime down the line. And if it's a gift in his hands, he'll definitely play with it.
I will gladly appreciate it and say thank you.
Now onto some Star Wars stuff. They decided to release some 5-pack figures for a little bit. Kind of cool. If you're still into the 3.75-inch figures, Hasbro decided to have a little fun and do the celebration, the saga. This would be the saga of the bounty hunters. The only cool thing about this is the fact that you get Boba Fett and Boba Fett and Jango Fett on the first shot. Normally, these two are the most difficult figures to find. The fact that you can get them as a 5-pack, pretty dope. And if you want to relive your Han Solo days, you
got boss.
You can always talk about who shot first, but we all know who actually did shoot first. And if you're still loving The Mandalorian, you got to get it. But I never understood this robot. Was he actually a bounty hunter, or just throwing in droids?
I just think he was a droid. I don't remember him being a bounty hunter because I can't see anybody getting taken captive by him,
Right.
truthfully. But I mean, hey, who knows? You know? I mean,
That's
this looks like he's taking. That's not bad. I mean, the way they have him like here, the Jango Fett does look a little wonky with his arms and everything. It's like he's a little
he's
top
too
heavy, so they got to lean
proper.
him forward. Yeah, he's like a little too proper. This is the way, I guess. Who knows? Maybe he's telling everyone, "This is how you stand, guys. Follow me. I'm the centerpiece now. I'm the most popular thing right now." And then you got Boba Fett next to him, which looks amazing.
You got your droids.
Yeah, that's IS-88 or something. I think is the robot's name. I can't remember his name for the droid.
And of course, we all know some people. You got to get the packaging of what you want to go for the bounty hunter collection.
Yeah, it's for the Celebrate the Saga, which is their new line. We have these, I know, on pre-order at GameStop, and the funny thing is these are labeled under states in New England. They're called Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Vermont for some strange reason in our ordering system.
That's still weird. It's funny, weird, funny.
Yep.
But let's get to the next saga. The next saga being the Galactic Republic, which is basically a set of stormtroopers, or if you really want to have fun, all your Captain Rexes or your Rexes pretty much in one shot.
Yeah. These look awesome. I absolutely love these because it's all the individual different, rankings of all of the clone troopers that they've had in the series, from the 5s all the way down to the ones that followed Anakin, Ahsoka, and
it's
all the
coming.
other.
Yoda's coming. Don't worry. There's a Yoda. We promised there's something cool to go with
always
this.
a Yoda.
There's always a Yoda. So
I want to do one of these for like an actual cosplay. I'd love to do one of these, but make my own design for the color paint scheme and stuff like that. But these look really, really cool.
So go to your 501st crew and get yourself a nice little set and paint it yourself or get some spray paint or whatever. Well, there's someone will help you.
Yeah, I know a few people. Why I can help.
So there you go. The nice packaging that goes with it.
The packaging actually looks pretty cool. I'd like to see what they did on the back side of it to see if there was anything like where they had like a
description for every single character.
Yeah, something like that, or like they put like a nice artwork on the backside, which they're going to. It's Star Wars. They always have the backside that looks really cool for the artwork.
I feel like it's only the Black Series where they only care about the artwork, which is the back and the sides, just so like you can put it on your shelf.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, as Alex says, I love the airbrush. The airbrush work.
Oh, nice.
Oh, he was airbrush. There you go. Speaking of Yoda, for Iris, this is the Jedi Order, the saga of the Jedi Order. You got Yoda, Mace Windu, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and you have Anakin Skywalker with an R2 unit.
That looks like Yoda.
Instead of throwing R2D, it does look like an R2 unit of Yoda. Yoda droid.
It's a Yoda droid. Tell me you couldn't have done another, Jedi in there. Kit Fistu. You could have done that one. You could have done Kalmund. You could have done Ahsoka with that to put it with it. You could have done so many different ones with that. I feel the droid was kind of like we don't know where the hell to put R2D2. Let's throw him in here. We'll repaint him to look like Yoda.
True. But
definitely looks cool. Looks like cool figures. I do like the Mace Windu and stuff like that. He's got the purple lightsaber, which is definitely neat.
I still love the story that his lightsaber is the only one to say his catchphrase on his lightsaber, and it truly is on his lightsaber.
Yeah.
So we have that one, and just to complete the saga, there's the other packaging again. We have the Sith. Nothing's complete without the Sith.
Can't have good if you don't have evil.
I mean, I'm not a big 3-point, the small figures and stuff, because growing up, you want to have big, bulky, but if you're building sets or whatever, I do get it. Jabo says these are re-releases. Are they re-releases? Or,
I think these were, because you know how they did those little 3.5, 4-inch figures that they put on the regular like cardboards that actually looked like the original action figures from back in the 70s and 80s. They did re-release all of these, right? And then some of the ones that were part there. So I think they're doing a re-release to put them all together in like this and call it Celebrate the Saga. So
So
this
I
is their
guess
way.
if you got the Kenner edition, you also
Correct.
can get the Saga edition.
Yeah. These might be a little bit more articulate. I can't see much for articulation there. It doesn't show like any of the elbows look like they're going to bend or anything.
No, these are like statuette esque. We'll say
But I do like Palpatine with the lightning out of his fingers.
all
That's
about
actually
the
kind of cool.
accessories.
Yeah, it's yeah, we know that. Do these nails look bad? I'm just saying. Um, it looks cool. I'm a huge fan of the Sith characters. I've always been a fan of Vader and Darth Maul.
Right.
Absolutely two of my favorite figures. Kylo Ren, I could care less about. Sorry.
Emo Ren.
Yeah, Emo Ren. He's got
Emo
some,
Ren.
granddaddy issues and stuff like that.
Grandpa issues. But if you are a lightsaber collector, Hasbro Pulse also just released the Emperor Palpatine lightsaber. Get it while it's hot. The lightsaber does come and change in multiple colors, as if Palpatine is striking his lightning onto any type of Sith or Jedi as well too. And as you mentioned before, you read something else as well too, and it had to happen to do with the Kyber crystals.
Yes. So I know with this one here, we have the Revan one in GameStop right now, and you can swap out the crystal in it, and it gives it a different color scheme, and it looked like it was a red purple. So I assume with this one, I haven't seen it, but I think it does do it where you can do the same thing with the color difference on it, where it will go from the color to the lightning color. I do like the fact that it comes with its own,
Display
handle,
holster.
display holder and the handle to hold it. So if you don't want to put the whole lightsaber out, you just want to put the actual lightsaber, like you would hang it off your hip. That would be the coolest thing, to just hang it on there. You have a nice display in your house. Put that with it and some of the action figures. I think that's probably one of the coolest things that they've done. It definitely looks really cool. It's got all the sounds. It's got the changing of the colors depending on the crystal you put in. It's definitely really, really nice.
Well, this is new compared to other ones where they sell you the wall display one where it just lays across.
Yep.
This one is just sitting up, and you can just have just the piece itself just sitting up.
Yeah, and it makes it a little nicer, so you don't have to take up a gigantic wall space for it laying across. And the box on it, oh man, I'm telling you, the box art on this thing is bonkers. It is so nice. This thing is really cool. The one that's for the Revan that we have in the store looks absolutely gorgeous. I love the box art. I always look at it every time I come in. It's really cool. The price tag is a little bit heavier than what I would like to spend on it, but it's definitely nice. If you got 2 1/4, perfect.
Yep. Nice one. That's
sorry.
Yeah, I know. Gesundheit?
Yeah, I think so.
Gesundheit. So for any Star Wars collectors, pretty much you got the now you can add the Emperor Palpatine lightsaber first editions. Literally always get the first editions because you never know with the second edition what will come out, or if the box will get displayed. If you remember when they were first released for Toys R Us, the second, third, and fourth editions all have different packaging.
Yep.
And then also the lightsabers itself with effects and everything also changed down the line as well too. So don't hesitate.
They always put the best stuff in the first one. Everything after that, they tend to go downhill with some of the quality of it personally.
Yeah, because I remember when the Yoda got released, the Yoda was released twice, and the effects were a little different. One price tag was $200. The second Yoda box was $100.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's J-Bo like that. And wait, there's more. There's no more Star Wars, by the way. We're going straight to Power Rangers. So if you have a hard time finding the current Lord Zed and Rita, you can pretty much go on GameStop right now. They have a reduced price version of this one. I believe it's $30 compared to their $50 price tag right now. Go on GameStop. Go run amok on GameStop's website. But I do like I have to give it to the photographer for this. So,
yeah,
I mean,
whoever this photographer was, man, he was having some fun that day with his job.
And the reason why Rita's pathetic face that they put on this is like, I don't want to get married to this man. No, I didn't skip the new Star Wars figures because there really was no other Star Wars figures that was released, silly boy. It was last week's show. If you watched last week's show or previous week's show, it's the same figures, J-Bo. Rita holding hands with Lord Zed is what takes the cake for me.
She has a bouquet of flowers in her hand.
I
Makes
mean,
me so funny.
if you got married recently, is this the face you like to have? Is this what arranged marriages look like? I don't know. You tell me. Is this what arranged marriages look like?
Was your dowry big enough?
I mean, seriously, when the first dance, I'm sorry.
He's dipping her. She's like, "Hey, honey, how are you?"
It's like the giant off. What is this? I can't do the voice. Whoever does the Rita Repulsa voice, please feel free to add your own voiceover and let us send it over when you listen to this show. But this is the set. You can still get this at GameStop.com. No, it does not look like poop. For any collectors out there, you can get it signed because Rita's still around.
Yes.
Sadly,
she still is on the convention scene.
Sadly
Robert
enough,
is not.
Yes, sadly enough, was it this year or last year? We did lose the voice of Lord Zed. Sadly enough. So if you were
Robert Axelrod passed away last year.
Yeah, if you're
super nice guy.
Yeah, he was. I remember.
Yep.
Yes, but now some fun stuff. Last week, Bergy and I were nonstop talking about McFarlane lines and McFarlane toys, and we did talk about a lot of the sports line that has come out in previous years or in his beginning years, we'll say.
Yes.
As much as I want to comment on that comment, it's just I feel like someone's not paying attention. Listen to the show.
The delay.
I know. So pretty much as you've all grown to know since last year or beginning of this year, Todd McFarlane now has a DC Direct line. He has also come out with a lot more new spawns. You've seen his Cyberpunk stuff. You've currently seen his Mortal Kombat. And I mean, Mortal Kombat's getting better and better and better after every figure. This is the Baraka. Pre-orders starting soon. I believe if you go on Amazon, anyone, they haven't. It's listed, but the button isn't available just yet.
Yeah.
But it'll be available on Walmart, GameStop, and Amazon. So we're gonna go through the Baraka.
This will probably be around $25. I want to say, give or take. It'll be less than 25.
$23 to $25, depending on where you're getting it and what state you're getting it from.
Yep.
So this is the Baraka. Do love the detailing on this bad boy. Coming from the McFarlane toy line and NetherRealm line, pretty much.
Yep. He was one of my favorite characters to use in the game. I absolutely loved using his character.
Well, we were talking about the movie, the Mortal Kombat Legacy that was on YouTube. The 10 to 15 minute clips per YouTube.
Yep. Well, they did a different one where it was like the guy was a dentist and he, modded himself out.
Oh, that was the trailer, like the Expendables one. That was the trailer that they sold you on, just to get you involved. And oh my God, yes, that was beautiful.
Oh God, the trailer was absolutely incredible. Yep. This guy, I mean, I do like Brock. I always thought he was an underrated character in the game. He's probably one of the more powerful characters because of his blades. If you're dumb enough to run into it, you're gonna get nailed and killed by him.
And to be honest, this is the inspiration for the first Wolverine movie.
Yeah.
And what Deadpool looked like.
Right? Just didn't have that nice teeth showing.
And of course they couldn't say Baraka because that would be copyright infringement completely because Marvel, Warner Brothers, these next to the line for your Mortal Kombat exclusives will be the Katana. Yet again, Walmart, GameStop, Amazon exclusive. Get your notifications out of the way. I like Iris. Jay will purchase them. She knows. She knows. Yes, Walmart does get figures. They're depends on the figure. They're there one day and they're gone the next. And these figures are always by the TV video game section. Besides the regular toy area, there's a giant wall of Funko Pops next to the TVs, and they should have a few exclusives, or these will be closer to the video game aisle because that's where they have a lot of the not besides Overwatch and a lot of the oh my god, I'm blanking
Oh,
on
they
the
got
other one.
like over there now. It's like Rick and Morty stuff. They got some pop figures, Cyberpunk.
Godzilla.
They get Godzilla. I've seen Dragon Ball Z. I've seen Naruto, My Hero Academia. A little mix of everything that's near there now, but it's mostly stuff that gears towards the video games and for TV shows and things they put over there now.
Mm-hmm.
And she does have a cool figure. I love the fan piece and that she has the fan where it's folded up and one that's out. Plus, you have the Psy. Fantastic figure. They added some great detail to it.
But I
Definitely looks
feel like
good.
it needs two of each. I mean, it's missing one accessory, so I see anyone who is a giant collector, you know, they got to get two
Buying two.
figures just to get two sets of accessories. Or you sit here and you paint her, was it red or green, to be your sister?
Yeah.
Or you
Yeah.
could sit here and paint Jade. So you have that one, which is
A
pretty
couple of
dope.
different options that you have for it.
Or if you're smart, you get two figures, two sets. You paint one set of the alternate colors. One side's blue and the other side's a different color.
Oh yeah, you can swap them back and
Food for
forth. Yeah,
thought.
that's true. Good thought.
Yeah. Depends on what you're getting, dude. Because I've seen the RoboCops in the stores. I've seen the Predators and a ton of alien stuff. It all depends on what you're getting. We all know this. And you did post that someone in Virginia has an overstock. And if we're seeing Virginia with an overstock, especially with the Ninja Turtles, we're going to see the other stores pick the pace back up.
Let's hope.
Stores should be able to pick up the pace when it comes to their merchandising with that. So this one, I would say it's a re-release, but I'm gonna say not. This Arrow was supposed to be released with the first wave with your Green Lantern, John Stewart, with your Harley Quinn, with your both versions of Harley Quinn, let's be exact, with your first runs of Superman and Batman. This is the Green Arrow. This was supposed to be released. Did you even get yours? Because guess what? I got mine already. I actually got mine. It's sitting in Pennsylvania waiting for me. It's sitting in PA for me.
But this definitely looks really cool. Like, I like the detail on this and what they did with the figures.
As much as I wasn't a big fan of the show, I'm a big fan of the action figure. And by the way, I'm a big fan of the actor himself, Stephen Amell. Super fan, super nice guy. I did get to meet him at the Kentucky Derby a couple of years ago. Super nice, and he's a super fan of music.
Yeah.
So when we found out that he was a super fan of something, he wasn't allowed. For some reason, this A-lister wasn't allowed in the area we were at. So, this is the Green Arrow piece. This is available on pre-order. Go on Amazon.com and pick them up. A lot of these McFarlane lines are currently at, Everyone Man of My Fandom. If you were part of the after party, he did throw his special after party and everything. These are currently available on Amazon. Don't hesitate. Get the pre-orders now, or get your notifications to get the pre-orders. I mean, the packaging is as good as the rest.
Yeah, I mean, they're all pretty much the same, similar packaging. Definitely cool looking. I'm a big fan of Arrow. This is probably one of the ones I might pick up from this line.
Yeah, but how about this one? The Flash.
I do like this Flash.
So this is the Flash from DC's Rebirth. Sorry. To me, it's an updated version of what it's an updated version of what Mattel released a few years ago. Because I do have that one.
I just like how it looks like they improved on the color scheme, made it a little brighter, more bolder, more vibrant in a way. It doesn't look like that, muted red color to it per se, and the yellows don't look so muted. These look bright. You're going to notice as you walk in a room. You're going to see it.
Yes,
I do like how they have all of the lightning bolts coming off in all the different versions for it. Like, this is fantastic. Especially
the accessories. I do like the black lightning part right here where it looks like he's shooting off his leg. So it's as if he's doing an action. He's doing action shots.
Yep.
So this is what you would get in the box with the card. I wonder if these cards are collectibles. If they're like you have them in the back. I haven't opened mine, so I do have the set that builds the Batmobile, which has the Batman that laughs. So I haven't
I could
opened it
see
yet.
these kind of being like collectibles, the cards themselves. Yeah, that would be nice if it was like you flip them over and the backside makes one giant poster or something like they used to do back in the day on some of them.
Ooh, that was. I think Marvel did it.
Yep.
Marvel loved it. I mean, what was the card collection where every single one of them, because of the books, were pretty much a giant poster?
Mm.
They're pretty much an 8x10 poster, which I think was a smart move.
It made people want them because if you collected one, you were going to get them all.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder what the back art is and every anyway. But Thursday we may get a special edition of some stuff. Thursday, I actually am going to start unboxing some stuff because my stuff's too crowded. Because as I was talking to you a few days ago, and I was looking at the Dragon Ball Z figures, I have a lot of Dragon Ball Z figures that I don't even know what I have in my collection anymore.
Oh, you got to look through those.
Yeah. So we also have the Joker, the off the DC Rebirth.
Yep.
For anyone who's a giant Joker fan.
I do like this one. This looks like really
Sinister.
sick and twisted. Yeah, very sinister with the look of the face, the detail that they did in the hair, the outfit itself, everything is just perfect.
You know what this reminds me of? If you were playing the Mortal Kombat, the DC versus Mortal Kombat,
Yes.
and you have Joker, this is the Joker where, he had the crowbar, he beats you with it.
Yep, from Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. Yeah, this definitely has it. But the face and the card kind of reminds me of the one from the Death in the Family comic style, where he has to take his face off and he puts it back on. I do, like I said, the artist that did this was having some fun. He did that classic, Joker where he was doing that like he was stepping off the stage or something. Definitely looks really cool.
Yeah, Jabo said it was an Injustice. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he did a different style Injustice one for it. Not as sinister and psycho looking, but I mean, he did blow up Metropolis and kill Lois Lane. So I mean,
that's true. And pretty much, if anyone plays Mortal Kombat, NetherRealm, Warner Brothers, they're all under the same umbrella.
Yep.
Now back to some new stuff. We were looking at the Azrael figure not too long ago, which is currently out right now. This is the second edition to go with the Azrael storyline. This is the Armored Batman, the Curse of the White Knight figure. This is just as badass as the previous Armored Batman.
Oh, definitely. This thing looks monstrous, man.
It doesn't have the bat wings that it would have here that the previous figure has.
Yep.
But this has a lot of detail. As I want to say, this is very Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
But
yes,
dude,
look, I mean, I love the cape to it, the shoulder pads with the oh, dude, seriously, this looks almost, the shoulder pads and the arm piece and stuff like that kind of reminds me of Shredder. If you look at the shoulder pads and stuff like that, and the gauntlets on the wrist, that looks like very Shredder-esque,
especially here.
Yep, and he's almost got like the Nightwing kind of logo there, but gold. So I mean, it's a beautiful figure with the overall look of it. Azrael and the Batman armor. This thing is nuts.
You take this and you're a modder. This is an alternate version of Super Shredder.
Yeah, change up the chest plate. You can do some different stuff with it and really funkify it. Almost make it like it's like the movie version that they did with the Shredder when they were fighting on top of the building.
That's badass. He's got the claws in the hands. Yeah, I want that too. Get your pre-orders out of the way, guys. Currently available on Amazon.com as a pre-order. Anything McFarlane line, if it's not through Target or Walmart, you can definitely find it in and around Amazon. And it's got the sword.
I do like the face too. It's so dark, and the way it looks in the eyes, you can see right there the eyes, even though it's like a distance off on it. It is so nice. It looks so good.
You know what this reminds you of? What was the game Tomas was playing? Night Stalker? That's the Night Stalker face.
Yeah. This is definitely sweet.
Don't worry, Iris. There's more. There's more DC for you guys.
And McFarlane's going ham on this stuff, man.
So this is the Grim Knight from the Batman Who Laughs series. This has Punisher. So much Punisher written all over the place. If you could put Batman and Punisher in one,
this is it.
This is it.
This guy
is a
looks like
dope
he's
piece,
ready to go to Walmart, go shopping, maybe look for some toys. Here, look at him. He's all ready.
right? This is what current society goes out as, dressed up as, especially with the Batman fatigue pants.
Yep.
I mean, look, here's also another thing too. This is new cosplay art, guys, ladies and gentlemen. This is new cosplay stuff. How many times a lot of people want to walk around, they don't want to wear the whole entire cape the whole entire day.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people that I want to cosplay. I love Batman and Death. I would do this Batman 24/7, except I can't walk around with guns all the time. But
I'd love to see somebody do that Azrael as Batman and see
the Batman
that
Azrael.
Yeah. I'd love to see that as a cosplay. This would be a kind of somewhat simple cosplay if you think about it. It doesn't have the whole cowl. I mean, yeah, it's not the whole Batman costume per se. It looks like it's got just regular cargo pants in a way, like, you know, the army fatigue pants, knee pads. He's got like a basic Batman shirt, and then he's just decked out in
But check
gear.
out the knee pads. Check out the knee pads.
It's got the Batman logo
on the knee pads.
Yep. No, this is a cool piece. I like the look of the face, the cowl, like the ears are. They definitely did a cool job with this one. It has the Batman logo kind of similar to what we see for the Ben Affleck Batman.
You're right.
In a way.
It does also look like Terminator as well too. I agree.
Oh yeah.
Especially with the gun in his left hand. I do agree that this is very Terminator. But guess what? You can get this gun from Nerf. So if you really wanted to, a lot of these guns are available not this one per se.
Yeah.
But some of these regular ones, like this looks like the M15. This looks like another M15. Oh, this is an AK-47. This is legitimately an AK-47. You can just go on Nerf and just pick and choose a bunch of ones. Yet again, I haven't seen any garage sales, so go garage sale hunting. If some of you guys are getting lucky, go garage sale hunting and get some of the Nerf accessory guns and break them apart.
And also, if you're going to try to come into a convention wearing this with all real guns, please don't. You will not be allowed in. You will be arrested.
Yes.
Nerf guns are allowed. Just leave the weapon, the clips at home and stuff like that, because they will get you in trouble.
Yes.
But this definitely looks cool. I like the accessories. The piece comes off on the back, so if you want to leave it just like that and put them out on the display, you can. This definitely looks really cool.
Now, before the show, with the next figure we're about to discuss, I said it was one character, and you said it was another character, and then I was completely wrong, or we were both right in a way.
Yeah.
This one being the Batman from Earth 1, but this does look like Doomsday, but it's not Doomsday. Explain to me this figure, because as me, I'm not a DC fan. I am a DC fan, so I'm behind.
All right, so this is Batman Earth 1 Devastator. It's off the Dark Knight Metal series that they did.
Okay. So this is Devastator. So the packaging says Batman Earth 1, and it's labeled as the Dark Knight Metal series.
Right. So what it is basically it's a nightmarish fusion of two beings that have actually beaten Superman, which is Doomsday and Batman. Okay. So he's basically got the unstoppable power of Doomsday combined with the unmatched intelligence, which is Batman. Which we all know Batman is one of the most intelligent people in the universe. So now you add that with the hulking power of Doomsday and combined it into one. This is basically Superman's ultimate nightmare right here. This is what this is. This would be anybody's ultimate nightmare. You see this coming down the street, no. Hell no. I'm out.
Yeah. Because it took us a while we zoomed in everything, realizing this is the logo. He has the cowl. When we looked at the art, we did see the cowl coming out and everything. Not the fact that this Doomsday has pointy ears.
Yeah, but you can see it too, like on his arms and stuff like that. It's like the suit that he must have been wearing, and it's all ripped apart and shredded on his arms. And he's got the Hulk, shorts going on there.
He's legitimately hulked out.
Yeah, they're black. They're not purple, which I never understood. No matter what color pants he was wearing in the cartoon or movie or TV show, always became purple pants when he hulked out. Never got that one, but all right.
But yeah, he is a nightmare. This is a complete nightmare piece. But
I just want to see how big this piece is going to be. This has got to be.
This has to be as big as the Kingpin piece that's currently out for Marvel. That has to be as big as a piece.
And trust me, that Kingpin piece is gigantic. We did see that at Toy Vault. That piece is monstrous. Mike was not kidding when he showed that photo. That thing is, man. That thing's the size of a record album. Like it literally is. If for the younger kids on here that might be watching, a record album is what we used to listen to music on back in the 70s and 80s.
They still have it. They still
Yeah,
have
they still have it.
vinyls
Yeah,
back
I
out.
know. It's making a comeback slowly for us old, vinyl files.
But next figure coming up, I'm kind of confused of why they would release this one and not just not this one. Sorry,
not the backside.
Not just a generic Green Lantern Batman. Instead, we get the Earth. We get the Earth 32 evil Batman into the Green Lantern suit, which we all know Green Lantern's about hope.
Yeah.
What about this has to do with hope?
Well, this piece here, he basically was when his parents were killed.
Yeah.
The ring went to him, and he was able to basically swallow his fear and pain, and he lets the void corrupt him and the ring, unleashing a wave of darkness across the world. Now ours, known as the Dawnbreaker, is what he is. So he basically, instead of becoming hope, he became fear, but with green.
So he's green.
Okay. Definitely cool piece. It's not normal Batman piece too, because he's so small and skinny, and we always see the action figures. Batman is a little bit more beefed up, a little more bulky. This one's a little bit more thinner because he has the power ring, I think, where he didn't have to rely on getting stronger himself. He had the ring to do it.
He's like an emo kid. He's like the kid that sits at home and play video games. He's like super skinny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is pretty dope.
It looks like a neat piece. I never cared for this look of the Batman with it. I like the one that they did from the Darkest Night, where he got the ring and was the willpower. I like that version a lot better. And I would love to see if McFarlane gets a hold of those and he comes out with some of those. That's where I might go broke. That's the Darkest Night was probably one of the best,
especially with Superman getting it, Wonder Woman getting it, every single one of them getting their own ring. And the cool thing would be if they gave you a ring to go with it too, which would be a complete re-release from the Green Lantern movie. That when you got an action figure, you got the ring. I
actually have all of the lantern colored rings, and for when Mike Berto got married, I brought all the rings down. Everyone that was in the wedding party, and I think the two ring bearers, we had all the rings on. You have a picture of us all doing this to the photographer and stuff like that. Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah,
nice. What a way for the bride. The second she goes, can we have the ring? And she has a lantern ring.
Dude, you'd be Berto's wedding was pretty much a Comic-Con in a way, man, with everything that we did for stuff like that. It was definitely cool. It was definitely awesome.
Well,
that's a story I'll tell you another time.
He's missing out on the good old times. We haven't heard from. Have you heard from Berto in a while?
Yeah, I talked to him a couple of weeks
ago.
Alive? He's doing pretty good. Yeah, he's doing pretty good.
He's alive and well.
Yeah, live and kicking.
Jokingly speaking. So here's another Batman for you guys. Batman from Earth 44.
This one this reminds me of the OMAC protocol from when they did the Batman series. This one here that's called the Earth 44 Murder Machine character. So this is a powerful AI designed by Cyborg, who basically misinterpreted its coding and became a homicidal cybernetic nightmare, hence the term murder machine, as a metallic mangling of the technological power of Cyborg and the technical brilliance of Batman, formed basically, by ever-changing nanobots.
Batman put the contingency plan in the machine, and that's what happens. If anyone remembers watching the story for Justice League, he has a contingency plan for getting the supers out of the way, which included himself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he came up with a plan. I'm sorry. This is why I don't care what anybody ever says of who's the best one or the toughest one. Batman is the greatest person ever because he has a plan devised to murder the Justice League,
including himself.
Everybody that's ever been in the Justice League, if they ever step out of line, he has a plan to kill them all. Tony Stark does not have that.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, there's 2 episodes that you need to watch, and there are different times. One of them is actually in the Batman Beyond series. The other one is currently in the Justice League cartoon series. It's actually 1 episode each, and you have to watch just the 2 of them just to understand how messed up Batman really is.
Mm-hmm. They actually made a trade paperback of that where somebody went back in time and found his protocols and ended up murdering the entire Justice League. And then they came across their corpses, and then they had to go back in, time to basically solve it and everything. one of the probably the best reads I've ever read for a trade back. It was really good.
Now, the next set of figures coming up is McFarlane's new Build-A-Figure set.
Oh, this is going to be sweet.
Oh my God. I'm getting this. I don't care if I lose more money again because I'm literally down to like nothing. But
Ash
if you
was
want to
drooling when he saw these.
I'm so drooling over this. So as I'm like, I can't even contain myself, all right, with the excitement, all right. So this goes into still goes into the Dark Knight Metal series. Oh my God. The from Earth 22, the Robin piece. Oh.
This reminds me of like the monkeys from like the way the look of him and stuff like that, like the monkeys from the Wizard of Oz. But this looks totally badass. Like
this has like
a sweet piece.
This has Nightmare Before Christmas, zombies, everything to go with it, especially with the figures. This is exactly what you want in an action figure. Like, I'm sorry to say this, but McFarlane is gonna make Hasbro do better when it comes to their toy line because of the fact that he's gonna give us what we want first.
Mm-hmm.
And getting Earth 22 Robin, especially getting the different versions.
No, I agree.
I'm speechless and everything because I gotta pre-order this when it first pops up. And this is the first figure. It's only 4 figures in the set. And you build Miraculous, which is right on the very top. These are all Build-A-Figures. Yeah, you're definitely buying 3 of these figures. So with Jay and everything, you're buying 3 of these figures only because you need 3 figures. But because your one Robin only comes with 1 figure and 3 heads.
Yeah, you have the 3 different looks to him and stuff like that. This is definitely cool.
Yeah, you're buying these the laugh, the scream. You're buying 3 of these no matter what, and only because you need him to stand next to Joker or Batman, technically.
Smirk, laugh, and scream. That's nice.
I mean, I'm going nuts thinking about this.
And I love the torso piece of that with the detail between the chains, the skull. You've got the Wonder Woman inside of. I know it's the Wonder Woman thing, but also kind of like the Batman, the way of it. But it's the Wonder Woman logo. This definitely is insane.
Just give me the Jokers. Just give me the Robin Jokers. Call it a day. Bye, guys. I'm done with the show.
Right.
The next piece coming up. To me, this looks like the Thomas Wayne Batman. Just upped it up a bit.
Yeah. He went a little Conan the Barbarian there with the axes, the battle axes.
Still a dope piece. I love the snarl on his face. I do like the updated cowl, like especially the gauntlets that he has, the updated utility belt. This is very similar to what DC multi-universe had before when they were under Mattel. So this has the very similar look.
Yep.
Except with a brand new face.
It is a brand new face to it, but it kind of reminds me of like Space Ghost with the facial expression in a way, like where he has that, but he has the cowl for the ears. Definitely a cool looking piece. I definitely dig the color scheme on it, the gray, the contrast with the light yellow stuff. He's karate kicking people.
There we go. And then, of course, this time to make it easier, he comes with both arms, because if you were a collector back then, there was it was difficult. One came with one arm, one came with the other one. Maybe I should do the Justice League Build-A-Figure set.
Oh, there you go. That'd be nice.
I should, right? I don't know, maybe. The next line is one of my favorites, especially the Batman Who Laughs. Dude.
This is bonkers.
Dude. With the Tyrant Ray of wings, how like would you even play with this? You're just buying just to put it on your shelf. Like, you want an angel piece? There's your angel piece.
Psychotic angel.
I don't care. I can always replace his head and put a normal Batman head on it.
Yeah, that's true. Customize it in a way. I'm sure the heads pop off pretty quick and easy.
Why dance with it? Look at the detail on the wings. With the Hawkman wings. I don't know if the Hawkman wings or whatever wings. It's definitely wings.
Oh yeah, it does remind me of like when we were talking earlier. It reminds me of Lucifer with the
Yeah,
wings, the way they gonna span out. Look, it's right there, like that. Like he
that
just shrugged it off. He's got the wings out. That laugh, maniacal, like it's
I
insane.
I do love the leather look happening, the leather jacket to the shoulder pads, everything that happened.
I feel like they kind of took homage to Pinhead in a way with this, with all of the spikes and needles and stuff like that in the outfit.
Know what this also reminds me of? It's one of the other McFarlane pieces, the other Spawn pieces where he had the angel wings, or one of the or angel.
I know what
Technically,
you're saying. Yep, yep.
this is very similar to that one. I forget the girl character. Someone can say it as well too. But spread out and everything too.
Yeah. This is one of those cool pieces too. If you get those clear pieces that you can buy at like hobby stores, something like that, where you can pose your action figure, so you can put him a certain way and twist it. This would be something cool with that. Like have him like he's floating over everybody else and standing off. It is pretty cool.
Oh,
I love the helmet.
you mean like one of these display ones where
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
like
yeah.
hanging?
Yep,
You know,
that thing. Yep,
get
exactly.
one of
That.
these. By the way, it's a NECA, so if you find them online, Amazon, go get one. You can display your action figures to the
Walmart
flank.
sells them too, right near the figures over near the TV pop
Good
section. They have them.
good luck, because I can't find them. I can't find them at all. And the last of the figure, well, this one comes with the head and shoulder pad. Um, um, for the build a figure, this is the infected Superman.
Yes.
Very bizarro,
Mm-hmm.
but very creepy.
He's psycho looking, man. I love the torn and tattered cape. Like that to me is really cool.
I do like he has the bizarre colors.
Yep.
It is very purple. We could be seeing this wrong. This could be photoshopped very differently, or the photography could be done we don't know exactly. But who knows? This is
Yeah.
pretty cool. Yet again,
This definitely looks really cool. I like that. Very like psycho looking with the face, with the Joker look to him.
I like
Definitely
this
cool.
pose.
Yeah, it's
I like
very
this.
like he's sitting like very benevolent, psycho. Like I'm floating over you, like I'm better than you, like I've just crushed your entire army. Definitely cool. I definitely dig this figure. I'm a Superman fan, so this is probably a must add to my collection.
I'm not. I'm more of a Batman fan, but this is something. What am I getting? I'm getting this anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah,
So
it's a
he's going to
build
be
a
part
figure.
of my collection anyway. He's part of the build a figure.
Yep.
And of course, he comes with the legs. Get
Like
it.
I want to make
Don't
a
wait.
bad joke here.
Don't wait. Get it. Get it.
Does
Get it.
it come with different hands?
It comes with different Batman hands. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, for Superman, yeah, for the hands.
So, especially when you they didn't show with the fist. No, actually, this one here. This one has the fist. Close fist.
Okay, yeah. All right.
So, the next bunch of toys coming out is directly for you guys. When I mean directly for you guys, it is for all of you Funko fanatic, interesting collectors who love, eat, breathe, whatever you do with your Funko Pops. This is for you. This is all for you. For the next whatever time we get to is directly for you, for those Funko Pop collectors. It's for you. Let's start with the first Funko Pop, which is going to be released. All the Funko Pops that are happening right now are going to be released for September, October, and sometime in November. I don't know the exact dates.
Yeah.
You have to go on GameStop. Hot Topic has them as of right now. Amazon, not so much. Or go to popinabox.com. Best bet,
FYE.
go to GameStop, FYE. Happy hunting, because as much as I looked these up, a lot of them are not available just yet, and they say November. Some of them do say October, and we're still in August. So here's for you guys. So the first one being Casper, the friendly ghost. So First one coming out, Casper. It's for you guys.
Casper's a cool piece. I like the cartoon, the movie that they did when I was a kid and stuff like that. Just, you know.
It's Casper. If you watch the previous one with Christina Ricci,
yep.
and seeing seeing the race dance character run out with the proton pack.
Yep.
I think that was the most funniest thing ever. Except he was rocking that mustache.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Afterlife is gonna have like some pun into the fact that they were doing Ghostbusting in other cities because they were personally called in different cities. I wonder.
So I hope they do Wendy with this too, because Wendy and Casper, which would be a nice nod to do that. Eventually, I'm pretty sure they'll probably come out with that figure.
Yeah, because this is very similar to the original cartoon series that came out.
Yep.
The next one coming out, I believe it's a reissue. I'm not 100% sure. You, the fans, know better than I do when it comes to this stuff, especially with Funkos. This is the Harry Potter, with the
Gringotts dragon.
Yeah, the Gringotts dragon. Thank you. I was having a brain fart there for a brief second. I think this was released many years ago. I do believe this is a re-release, or was this the large figure to the small figure, a small figure to large figure? I have no idea.
Yeah, and I think it's a different box design because I've noticed now the newer box designs have been this white with that look and the logo on it, the way it's done. So I think they're re-releasing a lot of these. This, I think, is a re-release where it added the people on it.
J-Bo says it's never released, but I think this is a re-release.
Maybe we might be thinking Game of Thrones, because this does kind of look like the dragon from Game of Thrones or something along those lines. But I feel like it might be a release, but I never collect any of the Harry Potter lines for the pops because I never got into it because I knew there would be like 1,000 of them. I was nope, not getting into them.
Well, you could be right. If you paint him black or purple and you change him and put a different figure on it, maybe. But I do remember Harry Potter. There was a ton of Harry Potter at one point. So I don't know exactly.
A ton of Harry Potter stuff. They keep re-releasing them over and over again.
So for all of you crazy collectors out there, happy hunting. May Target and Walmart be in your favor for this one.
Good luck.
Good luck. I forget what the next figure is. Oh, the Pobbles. You remember the Pobbles?
I do remember Pobbles.
If no one remembers this toy, or they were stuffed animals, and they put themselves into a ball.
Yep.
Very critter-like, but this was the G version of Critters, except minus the fangs.
Yep.
So this will be out sometime shortly. If you love chasing figures, here's your chase one. As we're talking about it coming into its little pouch.
Yep. I remember my little brother and my sister had these as kids. Yep. They had these things. We used to throw them in little balls and just pummel them with them and just throw them at each other.
Now, the next set of figures coming up, especially these are all pops, ladies and gentlemen. So when I say next, we're still talking about pops. We're going to end with pops. You love pops. Everyone loves pop figures. This was first introduced earlier this year during the New York Toy Fair. This was supposed to be during the James Bond series. We all know James Bond got pushed to next year. We won't get a James Bond this year. So lo and behold, the James Bond pop figures.
I think these look cool. Like, this one looks kind of, I don't know, like you could feel like this could have been any character. This could have been in the Bad Boys movie, or
this could be any damsel in distress.
Yeah, anything like that. I mean,
change her in a red dress, she's a different character. Put her in a black dress, she's another character. Change her color, she becomes the Halle Berry character. So this becomes very generic. So if this repeats a few 4 or 5 times, ladies and gentlemen, it's because it's the James Bond damsel in distress character. That's what it'll be.
The only thing I feel that's going to hurt these lines, not too many people are going to get these. They're going to sit on shelves a while because the movie got delayed.
No, I see people getting them if they were a huge Bond collectors, especially with I'm a Bond fan, but not a bigger Bond fan. I would have collected these, especially with the villains, especially with this one.
This actually looks pretty cool. I dig. This is Sami Malik, the character. He was from the what the heck movies? He was in the TV show Robot,
Okay.
and he was in the Bohemian Rhapsody. He played Freddie
Yes.
Mercury, and
So
he's
this was
done
his
some of the.
character.
Yep, he's a really good actor. This
And we
looks
all know
cool.
this, ladies and gentlemen. The mole doesn't lie.
Yeah.
You got to have your Roger,
More.
your Roger Dalton.
I
I
mean,
wish
and
I wish they would say which Bond it is, like which actor. So you're just collecting like the current ones.
but again, with what you were saying, if you're a Bond fan, you know exactly who this is.
This is true. You're a Bond fan. We know by moles who
Yeah.
we're getting.
And I mean, I
Don't
get
smudge
how
the
the number is
screen.
1009.
Don't
I think
smudge.
the number should have been 007.
Yeah.
You know?
They should just stuck it as what 007.
Yep.
If they were gonna do any type of series where you had to buy a few, and they should have lettered them. They should have been 007 and lettered them, or put them through years of Bond releases. This would have been a gold mine of a marketing where that little thing right here would constantly stay at 007. And you're just collecting. Of course I'm home. Why do you think? Of course I'm home. I told you yesterday. How's like? Look, I said beginning of the show. I'm not in Boston.
Yeah.
Hello, Roger Moore. Rest in peace, Roger Moore.
He was I think he was one of my favorite Bonds.
Next to Connery?
Sure. Connery did a great job, but I liked Roger Moore's character. I thought it was something about him. He was smooth, and Pierce Brosnan did a great job with it. He really did.
I still like Daniel Craig a lot more. I like watching Daniel Craig. He became more gritty. He reminded me of a lot of Sean Connery. But here's the interesting part: out of every single Bonds, name the two actors that actually drink martinis. Onset and Offset.
I would have figured it would have been Connery would have been one.
Okay.
And I would figure Dalton would probably be the second one because he strikes me as like a drinker. No?
Keep going. Nope.
Would it have been Daniel Craig?
Daniel Craig and Sean Connery are the only two Bonds to drink martinis.
Okay.
So
they know they're drinkers.
Yeah, they know they're the drinkers. And the other Bonds, they had to switch out the drinks because they weren't at the time. Back in the day, some of them did use alcohol because in movie magic, they didn't have what they have today of changing cocktails and colors and not having alcohol on set. Back then, they used real alcohol, and a lot of the guys didn't like it. They were drinking, I believe, Roger Moore and Dalton and one of the other Bonds, they drank gin. They were gin guys. So they had to replace their drinks either straight vodka or gin and tonics. And it was very hard to not get the fizzy bubbly for some of their gin and tonics.
Not a gin fan, man.
Not a gin fan. But if you were a fan of a lot of toys, which we are, you're not just getting one toy, you're getting a double toy. We're talking about Rock'em Sock'ems. So if you were a big fan of Rock'em Sock'ems,
I love the Rock'em Sock'em robots, man.
You got the blue.
Yep.
You got the red. That's all that matters.
Yep.
The blue and the red. And if they were smart, they would make an attachment where their arms moved. And you just put them on the display and they beat each other and that head pops up.
I feel like these here could be something where they'll probably make chase variants of these where they'll be different colors.
I think so. They have a purple or pink or white or the pride colors. I can see that being the chase. But if I were going to do the chases, I'd redo them so their heads would pop up.
Yes. Like almost like a
Yeah.
Like a bobblehead in a way or some way so you can get the head bobbles or something. You could even do a chase where it would be split 50-50, half blue, half red. That would be a cool chase version.
Down the line.
Yep, right down the line. And I'll bet you money, I know a few people that do custom pops. Mm-hmm. Somebody's going to do that. They're going to make a custom pop. They're going to make it that way, or they'll even create it so it will be a bobblehead style doll.
Maybe Alex the Airbrusher. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Axel could definitely do this.
So there we go. Here's one of our favorites. Well, we're talking about Monopoly. Can't you gotta have Uncle Pennybags. Uncle Pennybags.
But I love the name of it. It's Criminal Uncle Pennybags. Like this to me is just great. He's just missing a little ball and chain.
Mm-hmm.
Should have the little ball and chain.
Now,
Maybe that'll be a chase. He'll have the ball and chain. Could be the chase for him.
That's true. Or he has the monocle. He's missing the monocle as well too.
Yes.
The next figure coming up, there is an overabundance. It has to do with sports. So we have the NFL line coming out too with the Legends collection. You can get Steve Young, but I decided to go with just one NFL figure. I decided to go with the Vince Lombardi. So if you're a big football fan, Vince Lombardi fan, Funko Pops for NFL is also released very shortly as well too, to coexist with the current sort of NFL season.
Yeah.
Current sort of NFL
I'm
season.
trying to remember who the new figures are for the NFL that will be coming out. I just saw them. I think
Steve Young's one of them. I believe Deion Sanders, and there's about 4 of the current roster football players.
I think you have Randy Moss, Steve Young, Ray Lewis. I think Ezekiel Elliott, LaDainian Tomlinson's going to be available. I know that.
Wait, I forgot which one. Is Randy Moss wearing a New England jersey, or is he wearing a different jersey?
He's wearing the Vikings jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hurts
you got to go with the Vikings. It's where he started with, you know?
Where did he start?
He started with the Vikings.
All right.
I'm a huge Randy Moss fan, man. I followed that man from Marshall on. I remember watching a highlight on him at ESPN, and I became a fan of him instantly. So I was thrilled when he came to the Pats.
Now, the next set of figures is for the ladies out there who do love their Barbies. So this is Business Barbie. Looks kind of cute.
This looks like it could be also campaign running Barbie or something like that, you know?
It could change
the hat and stuff.
Campaign Barbie, Business Barbie, change the calculator to a cell phone, and she can pretty much be anything. I do like the little briefcase, the Barbie bee on it. It's cute. I mean, yeah, I do like the Kentucky Derby hat, sort of.
Yep.
Not only will you get this Barbie as well, too, you can also be running around trying to find Peaches and Cream Barbie for you Barbie collectors out there. This is cute.
This one I feel like should be like it should be also like one of those smell ones.
Right, because it's Peaches and Cream.
Yep. You know, like they did the strawberry shortcake and stuff like that. Where
this is a song, by the way, Peaches and Cream.
Yeah. Good song, by the way.
Did you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, if that song isn't playing in your head right now, every time we say Peaches and Cream,
I got it.
You need to be playing it right now because you know what we're talking about, Peaches and Cream. Because you know what I'm thinking.
I can't think of the name of the artist that did that too, and I have to look it up now. It's gonna drive me nuts.
What?
Peaches and Cream.
That was 112.
Was it? Oh yeah, it was 112. That's right.
112.
Right. Dude, such a good song.
So I mean, yeah, we got the Peaches and Cream Barbie. I know, as Tommaso says, great song. I could sing this all night. Now I'm going to be stuck in my head. Now for the rest of the show, ladies and gentlemen, Peaches and Cream. Because you know what we're talking about. And if you don't know what we're talking about, go listen to the song. We also have Rockstar Barbie to go with the Peaches and Cream Barbie. This is very Tiffany.
Yes.
If you remember Tiffany,
thank you. That's what I was thinking. Tiffany, Debbie Gibson,
Tiffany,
like
Debbie
that.
Gibson, everything, Mall, and we'll talk about. We will definitely show you guys the How I Met Your Mother action figure of this version that's coming out of the character
Robin Sparkles
of the Robin Sparkles figure. It is very similar to this one. The Robin Sparkles figure is a different color, but it's this figure.
Yep. But this definitely, like back in the day, this is what it would have looked like for Debbie Gibson, Tiffany being at, the mall tours and stuff like that. Yep.
Now, if they were smart, Tiffany and Debbie Gibson, I believe with Debbie Gibson, change this to denim. You got her look.
Pretty much, yeah. You change that jacket out to a denim look,
and
then you have that, and she brings that to her, like when she goes on tour. People will buy those dolls in a heartbeat, and if you get an autograph line, people are going to buy that and go get it autographed all day. Those pops will sell out at shows. Same thing with those salt and pepper dolls.
Mm-hmm. But we all know the next three figures are you.
Oh God, yeah,
The
this
next
is right up
figures.
my alley.
So if anyone who's a big GI Joe fan, Funko is currently releasing the GI Joe Funkos.
Yep.
So I know one person who cosplays a shipwreck. This is missing one character, so I'm hoping there's a Chase character where we get the parrot somewhere attached to him.
I pre-ordered this the second I saw it a couple weeks ago, and it went up for pre-order. I pre-ordered it immediately. I've been saying if they make a shipwreck figure, I'm buying it. Shipwreck was one of my favorite characters. I always loved his character in the G.I. Joe cartoon. Always loved him.
And now you're getting shipwrecked.
I'm getting his pop figure.
And shipwreck.
Yeah.
The other one, now we know where Deadpool came from. No offense to anyone who is a big Deadpool fan. You got the G.I. Joe Zartan. This is not the Chase one. This is the red look. Did he have clams as knee pads?
I don't think he's from the New England area.
No.
You know, and then with this whole midriff shirt, you know.
This is very Red Hood-esque with the face of Deadpool. But either way, it's still pretty cool.
I can't get that out of my head now. It looks like Deadpool. You are right.
I mean, the eyes, he's got the red thing on. He's going to look like Deadpool. If you want to if you actually want to do a Red Hood Deadpool crossover, G.I. Joe made a character for you.
Called him Zartan.
And they called him Zartan. But this is, I don't know if this is, someone looked this up. Is this pre-Deadpool or is this after Deadpool? Because he's definitely not
Deadpool. Deadpool, I think, was made in the 90s, early 90s. He was designed somewhere in the early to mid 90s. Zartan would have already been done by G.I. Joe back in the late 80s.
Right. So he'd be a ripoff of the DC character, technically. Up Deathstroke. There's another one. Here's the Chase figure for all you chasing people figures out there.
Yep.
So pretty cool. No one mentioned Barbies have mouths.
I'm actually hoping that, because I pre-ordered the Zartan at GameStop, I'm hoping I get the Chase, and if I get the Chase, I'm going to buy the regular copy, the regular one as well, because I want both of them side by side.
Wouldn't you just see them coming in for your inventory? You just put the Chase to the side just for yourself?
No, you don't. We don't see it. They literally have the same SKU. So there's no difference in SKU, so it's literally the same SKU. We are not like Newberry Comics where they open up the box and go, oh, Chase figure, $75. GameStop goes, oh, it's a Chase, it's $11.99.
Same price until it shows up in the store, and it's a different story.
Newberry Comic pulls it off the box, immediately puts it on the top shelf, and charges like $50 to $75 depending on which one it is, automatically, which I think is shady as
boo for the stores that do that. Boo for the stores actually that take pre-orders and do that. You ruin the fun. $15 the max anyone should pay for a Funko Pop. We've seen them at times. The lowest anyone should pay is literally $10.99, which I've seen for certain stores. Yes, Tommaso, Pops don't have mouths. If anyone remembers their childhood, pretty much, everyone remembers the glowworms, which is a good one.
I pre-ordered this.
Did you order the glowworm?
I pre-ordered glowworm, man. I remember this when I was
You pre-ordered because of the fact that it glows in the dark.
I did. I want to put it on my shelf to see it glows in the dark, dude. Seriously, like, I'm not joking. Like, I really did. I think this is cool looking. My little sister had one of these glowworm things, and we used to torture her with these things. We would constantly, and she used to leave it on her shelf, and we would move it all around her bedroom when she was a kid, when she'd fall asleep. So we told her it was alive at night. It was so horrible to her.
Way to give it nightmares. Could you imagine? Oh, and also, if you're a customizer, this is your first stop to go into making Jiminy Cricket because you already have the head and the torso.
Yeah.
So pretty much, you're a modder, if you like to modify toys, this is a head start of making Jiminy Cricket. Now the next one can go in both directions. When I mean both directions, it's a Mr. Potato Head. And he can be part of Toy Story, or he can be part of the Hasbro line, which is basically just Mr. Potato Head. So
yeah, this would be cool if you could take the pieces off and kind of rearrange them. You know, I think that would have been pretty neat with this. Like, you could take the ears off and the hat off and the arms off, and then take the potato off the base of the feet. I think that would have been pretty cool. But then you would have gotten into the copyrights with, you know, Hasbro for it. I think that's probably why they didn't. But it would be cool that you could do that.
I like it. The mouth, the flimsy arms, the teeth, just outrageous and everything.
I just think
Um,
of Toy Story every time I see him now, though, the voice and stuff like that.
what, you like the guy from Cheers?
No, I do. I love him. I think he's great. I absolutely love the dude.
Here's one of your favorites next, which we all seen many characters now being re-released, but everyone likes to stretch out a toy or two these days. How about the Stretch Armstrong is getting re-released?
I never got
Uh,
into this toy as a kid.
this is the Funko Stretch Armstrong. This is the Chase figure. If you don't want to get the Chase figure, you get generic Ken. We'll say.
Yeah,
This is
basically.
this is basically generic. This is basically the generic pop figure that you would get, where he came with hair, came with a body part. Actually, his abs were flat. Actually, but this is the one you took and you modified. So if you're yet again a modifier,
This is a
it's another
perfect
generic piece.
this is a perfect one that you could do modifications to, add clothing to it, all different stuff with it. You could create however you wanted.
Yeah.
You know, paint the hair whatever color you wanted to. This is a perfect. I see a lot of people at modders probably going to buy these in bulk and then just custom create stuff and sell them as other characters. You know, maybe you're looking for, oh, I want this one figure, but it's not been made yet. There you go.
We'll make it. It comes with a box, or you can make your own box at home.
Yeah.
The next one you and I talked about, they should have done better, but this is a good start.
Yep.
As a Funko Pop, if they do a chase or if they do a second one, I hope they do what they're supposed to do. And this is the Operations Funko Pop piece. As you said before, as we talked about this earlier, it'd be really cool if they had the pieces inside of them.
Yeah.
Just either not really attached to it, but like they were physically put in there so that you can be able to pop them in and out, but not loose enough where you lose them.
Even if it wasn't like where you could take them in and out, but draw it in there. Like it's a straight line, or you've got the outline of it colored in there.
Yeah.
You know, and then it should come with the tweezer.
Yeah,
You know,
and
it should come with the little tweezer.
Yeah, the accessory is the tweezer to pop them out if you really wanted to. Or they can make the layout version where you played the game or whatever, and if they had a little fun, put a little metal in it, or put a button where his nose turned red every time you hit something.
I could see them doing that because remember they did that with the Iron Man and some certain other ones where they glowed in the dark and it was like batteries and stuff. I think J-Bo has a Darth Vader one that if you hit the head or something, it glowed and made the noise. You could definitely do that with this, and like even if it's like, hey, the arm right next to the wrist.
You push two or three buttons on the body.
Yep,
and
the
you
nose,
press it, and
it goes red. Yep,
I can see that.
There's definitely some potential there for like chase variants that they could do with the actual gurney and different stuff that they could do.
I don't know if they're gonna have the gurney, but definitely being able to lay across would be a lot easier. I wouldn't add the gurney anymore with people getting freaked out with hospitals.
That's true. Yeah, nowadays, yeah.
Yeah. So the next set of figures are for you fans yet again as well too. If you're a big Simpsons collector, they brought in the Halloween edition, the next edition for the Halloween editions. I don't know exactly how many editions they've done with the Halloween stuff, but this is the next edition of the Halloween Terror editions that they do for Simpsons. This is the Chestbuster Maggie, Bart and Maggie.
I do like this. This looks really cool. This is basically from the Treehouse of Horror line that they did.
I like the fact that Maggie has a lantern in her hand, the jack-o'-lantern. As she's popping out of Bart, she has the jack-o'-lantern in hand.
Yep.
This is pretty funny. We do have the Devil Flanders.
Devil Flanders. Just too funny. Just too funny. Like this looks really cool. Like these will be popular. People are going to go bonkers for these. These are going to be. They're going to go off the shelves.
We also have the Jack in the Box Homer.
I do like this. No one wants a Homer in the box.
Oh. You know, it'd be really cool though if he did move, like when you open up the top.
It was a bobblehead. Yep.
Oh, they can make one. Funko can literally go back and do this and turn this into an actual Funko Pop Jack in the Box, where this is the Funko Pop box, and you turn the box. This could be a cool Christmas edition or whatever, and you made the Jack. those two, those three Jack in the Boxes, you know, and instead
Yep.
of it playing din, 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 no, it played the Simpsons theme song.
Oh God, the Simpsons theme song would be so cool in this. Yeah.
I'll take 15% if they do this. All right, I did
Right.
this once. I'm saying it now. If they did this where it was a real Jack in the Box, where it was the Funko Pop Simpsons, it didn't have the logo or anything, and it just said Funko Homer Jack in the Box, and they had a year to go with it.
Yeah. It would definitely be. It would be a cool piece. I think a lot of people would buy it.
Yeah.
And if you doing and he bounces out and he just does the bobble back and forth and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
someone would buy it in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, I know two people that would buy the Homer Jack in the Box, but they also buy this Homer as well too, which is the Grim Reaper Homer.
This one looks very
Scary.
disturbing in a way. Yeah, very disturbing the way he has it.
I can hear him saying, "Hey, I'm going to take your soul." like, oh come on! Like, don't you want to go down to hell with me?
Yep.
Don't make fun of the voiceovers, guys. I've seen you guys do worse, but please,
right?
if you can't hear Homer saying, "Oh, don't we just want to go and have fun?" I just messed up the voice now. So, donuts in hell.
Right?
You also have Krusty. I know what you did last summer.
He does have that look of I know what you did last summer. Yeah. I agree with Tomasto there. He does have that look. Yeah. I agree.
The Homer knows what you did last summer.
Yep.
Put him. Oh, you have Elf on the Shelf. You have Homer on a Homer on the stove. Homer on a stover.
Yeah, somewhere. Homer in your home. Oh.
Homer in your Homer. Homer on the fridge. Homer on the shelf.
Then you got Vampire Krusty. I dig this. And this would be another one that people would probably customize and make it look like It. I can see people doing this for an It look.
Oh, like a quick Pennywise? Yep. Yeah, because you're 2 steps away from finishing the hair.
Yep.
That's basically what it is.
Yep. I can see that being done.
Quick airbrush from Axel. Done.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. This could definitely be done.
I can see it as well, too. And another Funko Pop, which I know a lot of people will, especially if you grew up playing Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and you played the game of Paperboy, you also played the Simpsons version of Paperboy.
Yes. Zombie Bart is awesome. This looks so cool.
This looks like how everyone wakes up in the morning. This looks like how I wake up. This looks like how we both woke up in Hartford.
Oh God, yeah.
After Friday.
Yeah, we were exhausted.
Or was it Saturday? Friday or Saturday? Yeah, that's how we both woke up on that day.
It was a long day. Yeah.
That's how we woke up in that Hartford Connect-A-Con show.
Yep.
Not the Hartford Comic-Con show, the Hartford Connect-A-Con show.
I do like this. This is a cool piece. I love how he has one eye, like it's got the droop and stuff like that.
Yeah, like one eye here, cool. Like I'm half awake, or the other way.
Yeah.
I forgot our cameras are reversed, so.
Right.
If you point this way, this is where the thing is, and I got to point this way, so I got to go opposite of my screen.
Right.
If you like this toy here,
that way. This would be cool too if you made like the wheels actually turned. You know, actually make like a skateboard and just pushed it down or something. I think that'd be something kind of cool. Be a neat piece to add.
All right, now for the next piece that we're about to put up. This is a Hot Topic exclusive. So guys, get your chase on. If you're a Batman fan, you definitely want to get this chase on as well too. We did show the Todd McFarlane piece that was through DC Direct or DC Universe Direct, whatever the heck they want to call it, multiverse. So this is the Batman Murder Machine as a Funko Pop.
I like the glow-in-the-dark version.
The chase is the glow-in-the-dark version.
Yep.
Exclusive to Hot Topic. But either or, they're both exclusives. Just one's more difficult to get. Mm-hmm. So go on their website, go and pre-order 4, 5, or 6, hoping you get a chase one. If you do, you still got an exclusive.
And I know some of the stores will actually get the chase, but they limit the chase to 1 per person, and they usually don't get more than like 5, if that's it, because they usually will get like 40 of the regular, and then they'll get like 5 of the chase. And the chases are usually going first time. I've actually gotten a couple of chases from there, like late in the afternoon. Everyone like, oh, we have the chase version, and I look at them like,
I'll tell you.
I'll just no. I'm like, nah, I don't like it. And they're like, yeah, that's what everyone says. I'm like, sorry, I know it's a chase, but I'll pass.
But if you're a Batman collector, you definitely
the chase is definitely be.
You get it both. I mean, you can always take it and add glow in the dark paint to it, and it comes out this color anyway.
Yep.
So technically, this is the same figure, and all you're adding is the blue glow in the dark paint.
Yeah, the blue and the red.
So for everyone out there, happy hunting, and may that odd be in your favor, especially picking up your Hot Topic exclusive, especially picking up that chase.
I do like this, but the action figure, oh my god, is so much better.
All right, now for anyone out there who is a huge WWE collector of Funko Pops, these are by far the best ones, in my opinion, some of the good ones that have been coming out lately. And if you're a WWE Funko Pop chaser, jump on it right now, which the Amazon exclusives is going to be around. I
mean, you just can't beat that.
Macho Man. Look at the
Macho Man is so colorful. I just want a Slim Jim in his hand.
Is this the Slim Jim? Is this the Slim Jim version? This looks like the Slim Jim colors.
It does look like the Slim Jim colors.
This looks like the Slim Jim colors, and I wouldn't be shocked or surprised if the box is the Slim Jim box.
Right.
I do love the Mr. T's. You do get the both versions of Mr. T. You also get the old 80s workout thing that you get back in the day. This was to arm strength.
Yep.
It was only 10 pounds of pressure onto it. Every kid could do it, but it was also a weapon as well, too. You also get the new edition of The Rock doing the people's eyebrow.
The Brahma Bull.
But, I mean, the true chase is in the 2-pack of you getting the WrestleMania 12 edition of the Hulk Hogan and the Mr. T. But I feel like Hogan is missing something, too, I just realized.
What's that?
Hogan's missing that bandana, dude.
Yeah, he doesn't have the bandana.
I just realized that because, I mean, WrestleMania, any single time he did promos, any single time he's on TV, he rocked that bandana.
Oh, yeah.
This may be a misprint, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not a collector. I'm not a Funko Pops collector, but I do know wrestling history. This little set right here may be re-released because of the fact that it is missing that bandana. Hulk Hogan never did a promo, or if he did, it was a headband.
Yeah. He had a headband or he had the bandana on.
Headband or bandana. I've never seen him do a promo without one.
Yeah. And these, I want to say that too with that WrestleMania and Mr. T. You look at WrestleMania 1 and WrestleMania 2.
He's also missing a headband too.
Yeah.
Remember, we were discussing what is it missing? A lot of gold chains. No offense to anyone else, but like Mr. T still rocked the gold chains going all the way around. But when he was working with Hulk Hogan, he had a headband. It was either if he rocked the red, it was a yellow headband. If he rocked the yellow, he had a red headband.
Yep.
So
and WrestleMania 1 was with him and Hulk Hogan, and then in WrestleMania 2, I believe he boxed Roddy Piper.
Right. Ooh.
So that could be a nice 2-pack too with the boxing gloves with Rowdy if they did that.
Oh, don't do this to me. I definitely get the Rowdy. I definitely get him and Roddy Piper, especially for WrestleMania 2. But thank you for reminding me. So I got it wrong. WrestleMania 1.
Yep.
But and yet 2. Again, and 2. But no, WrestleMania 1 he was with Hogan, and you're missing the Andre the Giant to add to it as well too. But yet again, you're missing the headbands. Both figures are missing headbands. So I can see a re-release of the same figures, but with headbands on each. Mr. T getting a little more extra gold chain on it. I don't know if they did the A-Team version of Mr. T yet, but this could be the start of the A-Team. I believe they did. They did the A-Team with the van. It was him released with the van, or the van was released.
It was the Pop Rides. Yeah, I think you're right.
The
I think you're
van
right.
was released. I believe the van didn't have him in it, or if it did, they had his head on top because they did something weird where his head was above the van and
I
nothing
have the
else.
I have the Deadpool chimichanga one like that.
Yeah.
But these are, if you're a wrestling fan, and I know if you like old school wrestling, like
Yeah.
these are must haves. Like I'm definitely pre-ordering these. Like I need these in my collection.
And if you're not getting them at Amazon, go check out your local wrestling stores.
Yes.
Hastel Toys, Wrestling Universe. Those are the wrestling stores I know of. But if you know of any local toy stores, go and check them out as well too, and pick up your Funko exclusives. But dude, even the tee, man. I mean, granted, he's still missing the headband. It's still a dope piece.
Still miss.
It's still
Pity
Mr.
the
T.
fool.
But did he have gold? I know he wore Converse.
Well, he kind of somewhat has some gold chains underneath. You can see under the
Right,
chin.
he's got the 2 gold chains.
Two
He's got
little ones.
2
Maybe they
chains.
didn't. Maybe they didn't do it like big because they didn't want to take away the Hulkamania on the shirt, so they kept it just minimal.
Yeah, because it'll take away and everything.
Oh yeah.
Just to show that it is the rippable tank top.
Yep.
But I wish they showed the back to see if it did say Hulkamania or if it said Mr. T Mania. So if I remember correctly, Mr. T had a belt saying Mr. T Mania.
Yep.
So does the back of this say Mr. T Mania? If it doesn't, another Funko Pop release soon,
Well,
ladies and gentlemen.
you know you're going to get something more out of this. If these sell well, we're going to see more of these all day.
I pity the fool who misses out on these.
Right? And Brahma Bull, The Rock doing The Rock.
Now, what we're cooking, and that would be the Rock Funko Pop figure right here. As I said, don't wait, don't hesitate. As I said, they're not fully out just yet. The websites, GameStop has them, Amazon has them right now without their order button yet, and they do say pre-order, ready to order. Get on the notifications the second they're released. Get them because you don't want to miss out on this. And if they alter this, you don't want to miss out on the first editions.
Nope.
And
cool.
And with Comic-Cons being so rare right now, or the next time you go to any wrestling convention, you know Hulk Hogan's doing another wrestling convention soon, and he may have his old tag team partner or his valet showing up to the ring, you know.
I can see them being at shows, coming up soon or something like that, get a Mr. T, get a pop, get it signed by him,
Right.
Or Hulk Hogan. Yeah, I can see it.
Dude, Mr. T at your store, Mr. T at your local comic book shop right now.
That'd be nuts.
Yes.
I'd take it.
I'll take it.
I'd go meet him.
I would find someone who had the van and pick him up in the van.
B.A. Baracus, man. Gotta meet B.A. Bad attitude Baracus.
Now, for the second release of today, everything else too. This is also yet again, the sites are up. Go jump on the notifications, and we're currently talking about the Ninja Turtles line. That was set up 2 days ago, I believe, right? 2 days ago.
I think they went up. I think they went up yesterday. These started making the circle, and people were like sharing everything, daylights out of these images. But dude, these are just. So
these started hitting the online circuit. Amazon, GameStop has their links up. They have their links up.
Yep.
Not the buy now version or the pre-orders. They do have the links up, meaning that they are soon to be activated. Mm-hmm. Don't hesitate. Don't wait. I don't have a picture of April O'Neil, but these are the movie figures.
Yep.
No, Jabo says it's already sold out. I don't believe so, because don't forget, we've seen sold out.
Yeah. Give it 20 minutes, you'll probably go back in. It's probably more in there.
Super Shredder was sold out too, bro. You got a Super Shredder. It was sold out, and we have to go to stores to go chase them.
Well, hopefully your boy lets us know if these get back in again.
And we know GameStop. We know some of these other ones. They will get re-released somewhere down the line.
I do
Um,
like these. I like the look of all of them and stuff like that. And I love Mikey eating the slice of cheese pizza.
I do like the Casey Jones one. I like the fact that it is the movie Casey Jones where he has the vest on.
Yep.
Um, I still remember the scene now in my head.
Yeah.
Better up.
Hmm.
What are you, Wayne Gretzky on steroids? Hey. I do like the Donatello.
Jose Canseco, tell me you didn't pay for this. To understand what a cricket is, you got to understand what a crumpet is.
Cricket, crumpet, cracket, whatever. And I still have the music back in my head. Anyway, there's the Leonardo. Gotta love this one. Everyone's favorite. The
Mikey.
Ronin, Michelangelo. Spoiler
Mikey.
alert, sorry. Ladies
Fellow
and
chucker.
The fellow checker, eh?
Yeah, I know. I love, dude. That's like one of my favorite. That part in that movie when they were in April O'Neil's like apartment and then the downstairs thing and stuff like that. That is like one of my favorite entire scenes in the entire movie that they did.
Yeah. Oh, a fellow checker, eh?
Yep. And then they let him go back and forth. They do it, and he's like, and he's just spinning on his thing. So great.
And last but not least, Raphael. Minus the bathtub to go with everything too, but
I can see that probably will be a chase. That could be a movie moment. That would be a movie moment. I can see that being a movie moment. He's sitting in the tub, April's sitting next to him, she's sketching him or something like that. They can definitely do that.
I can see the two versions. The Leonardo in the bathtub and everything, but in black and white because it looks like it's drawn, where he's like looking over Raphael, where he's glooming, and him in the bathtub could definitely be the two movie the movie scene ones.
Yep.
The Michelangelo,
the fellow chucker.
Donatello, did he have a really good moment? I don't
know. I can't. Nothing I can remember. Those are the main three guys I remember. Donatello's like, I know he was like a major part of it, but I don't remember him having like a key movie moment in a way per se.
Yeah, because everyone had a movie moment. Raphael on the roof, Raphael in the bathtub are two of my favorite moments.
Raph versus Casey.
Raph versus Casey. Hence the reason why Jable's going nuts trying to find Casey Jones and Raphael figure.
I don't blame him. It looked awesome. That figure. Insane.
You did take a trip to Jersey. You can always take the trip to Virginia, and then you got to go toy hunting in Virginia. And I don't think you want to take that 10-hour trip just to find one $50 figure.
Jabo.
If you're in the Virginia area, go and join BYOB, which is Be Your Own Geek group page. Let us know if you are from the Virginia area. You did end up getting one. One of our patrons will say is looking for a Raphael Casey Jones figure.
Few of us are. Just
few
letting you know.
People are. I might when I go to PA, I might grab a few extra if my convention is doing good. So
right. Yeah. But no, these figures are definitely cool. These are a must-have, and you can think about all the stuff that they're going to do for other figures. You're going to get a Shredder. We know we're going to get a Splinter. They're eventually going to come up.
We already got the TV version, the cartoon versions already. So just imagine them releasing Super Shredder and two versions of Super Shredder.
Yep.
Where he's the large version and the gigantic. If you can do Shredder, regular pop version, Super Shredder is the only release in the big version.
Yeah, the 10-inch figure.
So
that would be a cool thing. Yeah.
You're definitely missing a lot of Foot Soldiers. You also can get the re-release, or when they do the third Ninja Turtles movie where they did the Turtles in Time. We are missing. Yep. You are missing the Tokar and Razor. So there's going to be a ton of them. The fact that NECA jumped on the bandwagon as well too. So did Funko. The Krang. We're talking about the movie versions, not the cartoon versions. All right, we're talking about the movie versions.
I'd love to see them even like a cool movie moment one that they could do, which would be cool, kind of cool, but they probably won't. Okay. Vanilla Ice on stage.
I want NECA to do it. I want NECA to have Ernie Ray. I want the Ernie Ray figure, which is oh my god, Kino, the Kino character with Vanilla Ice. Do it as a 2-pack, just because. Or I could see them coming out with individual ones anyway, because he carried out the pizza.
Yep.
Um, and he wore he wore two different jackets, so really isn't much on the change. Vanilla Ice, dude,
Vanilla Ice would
yes.
be the best one.
Ice Baby, that newspaper article for me all day.
Yep.
If you've been watching us right now, tell us right now which one was your favorite toy or figure, or what caught your attention and what you're looking forward to of picking up later down the line. Um, I'm totally getting the. I totally want the DC multiverse.
The Build-A-Figures.
Oh, dude, just give me DC. I mean, even if they're not the Build-A-Figure, some of the other ones,
Yep.
especially the Green Arrow one, the modified Doomsday one, the Batman Doomsday one. I do love Joker. I am digging the Flash only because of the accessories. But what were your guys' favorites? I mean, we do have Jabo and Tommaso here just chatting away and everything. What grabbed your attention, guys? Actually, to be honest, Mike, what grabbed your attention? What are you grabbing?
For the figure wise, everything
Yeah.
coming out, I'm definitely digging the Azrael Batman.
Okay.
I definitely love that look of the suit. That definitely looks absolutely incredible. I do like that Doomsday, the Devastator Batman figure. That definitely looks cool. I like the ones that the Build-A-Figure. That Merciless figure does look really interesting. I don't know that figure very well, so I'm gonna have to do a little research on that one just to figure out what that is about. But they definitely did some great stuff. I'm looking forward to what DC and McFarlane's going to do.
Right.
I mean, we're going to see an overabundance of this stuff come out, but it's going to be so good.
Yeah.
It's going to be beautiful. It's going to do stuff like they do Superman stuff. I'm going to be down on the Superman stuff. I'm definitely looking forward to some of the pops, which I've already talked about, Shipwreck and Zartan and stuff like that. Definitely my favorites for the pop figures. I definitely need to do.
And if no one's noticing Michael's background, he actually has 2 weeks ago, we were talking about the Mattel line that's currently out at Walmart. And it looks like Michael has partaken in his little toy hunt right there and has Battle Cat and the Prince Adam figure right above his head, guys.
With the Sky Sled.
With the Sky Sled.
Yep. Bring him down.
Which is pretty cool.
And this is definitely thanks to Jabo for going some hunting for me and was able to find one for me. These are definitely, like, this is insane. This set is so good. Like, I absolutely love these figures.
And if you love to hunt, guys, go hunting. Go get your favorite figures and everything.
And Battle Cat, this thing is actually a lot bigger than I expected it to be. Like, I didn't expect it to be this large of an actual figure. But this thing is probably sitting, I want to say...
It looks like it's the original size from when Mattel released it.
The figure itself is probably a good 12 inches wide, give or take.
But this one is better than the original because it has moving parts.
Yes. Oh, yeah. You could definitely move the legs. You could see that. The head, the arms, the tails, everything. It has the bend at the knees. So it definitely is really cool. The artwork is absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love the original artwork on it with Castle Grayskull in the background and stuff. They did a fantastic job with that. Skeletor versus, He-Man on Battle Cat. They actually did some really, really cool stuff with this.
Nice.
It was definitely cool. So,
and if you're in the hunt, just last week, we also told people that the Power Rangers were just coming up with new stuff. Currently, it's on pre-order, but I guess not. Grabbed this one actually yesterday at the Warwick Target while I was visiting Bergy right there. I picked up the JDF, the Red Zeo Ranger, currently at your next Target. So a lot of toys that are in pre-order right now, you're getting on Amazon. They're supposed to be out too. So hunt away, guys. Hunt away. Any final words, Michael?
No, just go out there and go toy hunting, man.
Yes.
Bring out your inner child. Bring out your kid. I mean, I'm sitting here holding on to something I had as a kid, but the battle tank, he actually had the rest of it and it attached to it. But I mean,
I love the sword. I'll just get Prince. I would just get it just because of Prince Adam alone.
right? You know, this is definitely cool. Like, good time to
Yes.
be a nerd again and be a fan of toys. And these are our toys, man. This is it.
All right.
You know.
Well, unfortunately, we're at the end of the show. That's Michael. You can check him here every Tuesday normally around 9 o'clock. This time we did it around 8 o'clock because he had to be off from work.
Yep.
He's part of a group called Be Your Own Geek on Facebook. Go and check that out. You can also catch him every Sundays with me as well too, doing another show called This Week in Pop Culture. Yeah. You can also catch me also every Sunday with him. We do This Week in Pop Culture. It's on Sundays. I do this as well too every Tuesday. I also engineer and produce the show with my good friend Sammy Castillo, Castillo Studios. That'll be on tomorrow at 7 o'clock. I will slowly but surely bring back Build-A-Figure days. So I'll post that up. Just keep track of the shows. Go and follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Follow us on YouTube and all things social media. That's Michael. I'm Arash. I'll see you guys all next week on This Week in Toy Culture, guys. Good night.
Later, guys.